LOL! Welcome back to the Iron Man WoW Challenge. Yes, I know. You probably thought after the fade out I'll have finished killing these ghosts, but there's still more! And I must kill them all. It's pretty easy XP, to be honest with you, so, you know, why not? Obviously I'm only going to do as many as I need to do for the quest, but it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy going. If I had to farm XP and I had lots of rest XP to use up, this would be an ideal place to do it. Because look how much open room we've got, it's amazing. Anyway, we're still in Outland. We've just dinged to level 60, and you know what? I think we might do a little bit of a recap on the Iron Man WoW Challenge, what it is. I've had a couple of new viewers recently, and they're probably not massively familiar with what it is. It doesn't mean I have to dress up as a superhero and fly around and kill things, although, you know, I do that, but I'm actually a pretty shitty hunter. Some of the rules of the Iron Man Challenge, quickly go over these, they're in the description below in the video. Essentially the rules mean we make the game as hard as possible. We're not allowed to use talents, talent specializations, pet talents or glyphs. The item quality for armour and, you know, trinkets and rings and weapons all have to be white or grey. We're not allowed to use enchants, we're not allowed to use heirlooms, we're not allowed to be in a guild, we're not allowed to be in a party. We're not allowed to use food buffs, potions, flasks. Is there anything else? We're not allowed to be in a guild. We're not allowed to do PvP, dungeons or raids. So we have to do all of the content solo, and we're not allowed to die. And you know, that's the biggest hurdle, is not actually dying, because with all of those things it does make it a little bit easier to die. Right, now we're in Shatrath, or Shatrath. I don't know how you pronounce it. We'll just call it Shat. And we're just doing the opening quest here, which is we're being escorted around and told all about kind of like the history of Outland, I guess, and Shatrath City, by this kind of little construct. I think he's Kargath? I think is his minion. You know what, I can't actually remember. Kargath I know is important. No, Khadgar. Is it Khadgar? It might be Khadgar, he's more important. And this is very boring. If you've ever been to Shatrath City, no doubt you've done this quest. It takes far too long. And you know, it'd be nice if you could just put the little fellow on follow, but you can't, which is annoying, so we have to sit through it. Although, you know, read through the quest text there, you can pause it and read it if you want, that's fine. I guess it's kind of quite interesting if you're not all that familiar with the backstory. We're only doing it for XP though, so, you know, hurry up. Whilst we're here, we're going to thankfully they've added the portals back into the capital cities, Stormwind and Orgrimmar, so we're going to head back and pick up our flying mounts. There's probably a place to pick up flying mounts in Outland, but I don't know what they are. Bit of a noob, I guess, like that, I should really know. And here we're just picking our faction that we're going to, if we were playing TBC properly, we would be concerned about that. And nice little sun flare there. Why I didn't get that lift, I don't know. Doink, and we're going to pick the Scryers, and we're only picking the Scryers because there's no real good reason. I think it's just because they're a little bit lower down than Uldor, so it's, you know, if we have to fly up here or get the lift, it's less distance. Really, that's all it is. Nothing more than that. So I'm just looking around for some vendors, and we're going to head back off to Orgrimmar now and pick up our flying mount. And probably the best thing about having a flying mount in Orgrimmar is the fact that most of the useful things in Orgrimmar are either upstairs or downstairs from where you are, and it's really annoying having to get the lifts all the time, so now we don't have to bother with that, we can actually fly. Lol. I only picked one flying mount on this character because I thought I'd preserve my money, basically. And yay, we can fly. And of course that means we can fly in Azeroth and Kalimdor now as well, which is really good. We're going to go to the Hunter Trainer as well. I'm not sure whether there's anything we need to pick up. It doesn't look like there is, so let's Hearthstone. Let's get back onto the questing. Stop faffing about. And we've got another quest to pick up. We're not going to worry too much about what those quests are. We're just going to pick up as many as we can and get straight into it. So the first ones we're going to pick up are actually a little goblin. That's tucked away at a mine over the back here. I think you can do these quests on Alliance, but I'm not too sure. It's a little quest chain that kind of neatly ties into some of the other quests we're going to do. And the first one we've got to do is pick up some parts that he's for some reason deposited near all these worms. I don't know why he would do that. That seems really stupid. We kind of get our ass kicked a little bit there. It's not a good start. But we've got food now, so that's nice. Worms are always a bit of an odd one because we aggro them by being near them, and they, we don't have a choice to aggro them any other way. We can't send our pet in, and we can't misdirect or anything like that. So we have to go in, and we're going to take that first hit is going to be on us. We'll come back to those quests a little bit later on. Like I say, they do kind of tie in with some of the other quests that we have to do around there. But before we do that, I think I'm basically going to pick up as many quests as I can. We're going to fly off to kind of like a little blood elf quest hub that we've got over here as well. I'm choosing to use a flight path rather than to use just flying there myself. I think it's probably a bit quicker. So at Falcon Watch, there's more quests to pick up here, which is good. Some of the quests that follow off this are actually pretty tough, which is nice. And yeah, ultimately, I think the quests that come off here are probably what I think are going to be the hardest quests in the zone. So over there, we've got some rock elementals that we have to kill. Over here, we've got loads of kind of like of the Sketis crow people. That's also kind of quite tricky. There's another set of quests as well, which we can't see from this place, but they're pretty tough as well. So they're like the things I think we're really going to struggle with. And so I don't know where I'm going actually. Where the hell am I going? Oh, we're off to get our gun. We're off to get our level 60 gun from Terracar Forest, of course. And the power of Wowhead strikes again. So the next best gun we can get is at level 60. It's not sold in Shatrath. It is not sold from many of the vendors. It's only sold from a guy at this kind of orc base that we're going to here. We're going to come back to this place later, of course. He's just in here. Stonebreaker Hold. And he's a bit difficult to spot, but we're going to get some bag upgrades while we're here. Might as well. They're pretty cheap for vendor bags. I think they're 14 slots. That's nice. Pick up the flight path so we can fly back. We've got quests. I do like quests. Pick up all the quests. And yeah, the vendor we want there is Bartelet. He sells a number of different ranged weapons, most of which we can use. There's another one I think unlocks at 64 maybe? Could be wrong. So we'll come back and speak to him later, but the level 60 bow is actually quite a decent upgrade for us. So it's definitely, if you're doing the Iron Man challenge, that's the first thing you should do when you get to level 60 is to come and get that. Right, we're kind of like 10 minutes in and we've not really done anything yet, so let's start doing some more questing. This is like the second part of the Voidwalker quests we did in the previous episode. Again, I don't really think they lead anywhere, but we'll just do them, it's XP. And again, word of warning, don't fall off Outland. That would be stupid. But a very simple little quest we have to do there. We've got another quest hub here from the goblins. I mentioned those earlier as well. These guys give us some quests that are going to get us a lot of XP, but they're like really dull. Like this one here, Zeppelin Debris. Times 30. I think this might be the first time I've had to do it, but I've had to engage super fast forward. So 30 fragments is just bloody stupid. It's one of the most annoying quests in this zone, like boring and repetitive. The goblins do give us some more though, but we'll come back to those later. Next, we're back onto Zethgor, and we're going to do the Wardmaster quest. And yeah, this is where things go a bit wrong. Let's just put it like that. So we killed the Wardmaster. His dogs run off. His dogs have aggroed another mob. Another 2 mobs, is that? It's hard to see. So we've killed 2. We've still got 2 or 3 that are attacking us. Pets at 50% health. Another mob's down. Let's kill Fang. We've had another mob spawn right next to us that I've not noticed. He's noticed us. I'm at 80% health. Pet's 17% health, is that? He's taking a bit of a beating. Alright, stun that motherfucker. A stupid disengage. Now thankfully that mob's on us, which is actually not that bad. We'll trap him. We've got a heal on our pet. The Wardmaster spawned again, but that's irrelevant because we've got another guy that spawned on us. My health is getting fairly low at this point. We don't want to aggro the Wardmaster again. This guy's got a totem up. Trap should be running out anytime soon. We've aggroed yet another. Oh dear. Let's retrap for the shaman guy or whatever he is there. Wow. So, very, very nearly died there. If my pet had died, that probably would have been game over. It's almost game over. Is it game over? Shit. Feigned death is on. Oh my god. It's on cooldown. Oh, Jesus. And then, to make matters worse, my add-ons fuck up and don't let me eat. Oh, but it's not over. Because some of you that know that quest are probably thinking, Sheppo, you didn't loot the Wardmaster's head. And quite right you are. I didn't loot his head. We're going to have to go back and do that again. But oh my god. Too close. We don't like stuff like that. That was sloppy. That was almost game over. But it wasn't. We're still alive. We get to fight another day. It's almost literally another day. And we've still got loads of quests to do in this zone, so we're going to continue on with those. But I've got a funny feeling after that kind of bit of a heartbreak, and just realising we didn't even loot the Wardmaster's head, we're going to go back and do that again. The way I figure it, all of those mobs that I didn't loot aren't going to spawn immediately, so it should be a lot easier to do it. Just dive in and do it straight away, and of course it is. Look how easy that is. Much, much easier. Okay, then next we've got these, another Voidwalker quest. Every time I do these, and yeah, I have done them a couple of times recently, I don't really understand what they're about, and you know, equally, I'm not reading the quest text, because that's boring. Who reads quest text? Especially for, obviously, filler content here. Now, it may lead on into some of the other dungeons we've got, like in Alchindun, or Orchindun, however you pronounce that one. There are some of these kind of shadow elemental things in there, which may be of consequence, but we're not going to do that, because it's a dungeon, and we can't do dungeons, so let's just kind of glaze over them and ignore it. There is a quest we have to do though, which is to collect these soul shards from them, which are thankfully the drop rate is pretty good. I'm actually getting more than one of each of these mobs, which is nice. But that guy there was actually hitting me. How dare he hit my pet? That's what he's there for. And they're kind of, I don't know what what's going on with the lightning beams there, with that big kind of swirly vortex. I'm tempted to say it's kind of like a portal into the shadow elemental realm, but they're not shadow elementals, they're demons, so you know, that kind of throws it open. It's not a portal to the demon world. Surely wouldn't look like that, so I'm not entirely sure what that is. But again, with a lot of these trashy quests, someone's actually asking me to do a duel. What a retard. Kind of reminds me when, I'm sure you've all experienced this, when you roll a new level 1 toon and you just get your add-ons sorted out and some idiot will come up to you and do a duel. And you're like, dude, I'm level 1, I have no abilities and I don't care. But you know, that's the way these things go. Oddly, I think I've mentioned this before, our realm isn't massively PvP focused, for Horde anyway. It's quite a high pop server, and Alliance is, I think it's like Horde outnumber Alliance 4-1, but the Alliance is generally focused on PvP more so than the PvE content, and they're pretty good, to be honest with you. They're pretty good at their PvP. The Horde, obviously by virtue of the fact they've got so many players, in comparison, are also fairly decent at PvP, but yeah, they're not as good, and I don't know, they just, for me, yeah, I'm not a big fan of PvP, and I think it's probably because it's something I generally younger people are more interested in, and I'm an older gamer. But each to their own, that's fine. But don't try and PvP me when I'm doing an Iron Man challenge in the middle of Outland, because I'm just going to ignore you. Anyway, rant over for now. So we're just kind of going around the entire zone, finishing off some of these quests. Here we're going to close down a couple of these demon portals that are opened up near the dark portal. And to do that we need to collect some items off of the demons first. So Port Zillus. There's a lot of these portals around, and we can only close some of them. The other one is over here. There's quite a lot of mobs around them, so well there. So we're going to be a little bit choice in the ones that we decide to pull. Nothing too major though. The demon side of things it definitely does step up, as we'll see a little bit later on. But there's those two portals closed. We're going to head back now and hand that quest in. Nice styling hat we can pick there. If only we could wear it. One of the things actually I've been wondering about is my gear obviously looks like shit because it's white and grey items, and you tend not to get good white and grey items. However, with transmog, can I transmog a white or grey item into something better, just to make it look nice? That's what I want to know. I've not tried it. I probably should before asking this question. Well, then I wouldn't even need to ask the question, would I? But if you know, if you can, let me know, and maybe we can wear something a bit more interesting, like that helmet. That looks pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to do the first set of bombing runs here. When TBC launched, I think this was the first bombing run in the game. There's lots of bombing runs now. I think generally people liked these quests. There's an achievement also related to this that I've never gotten on any of my characters, so it must be pretty challenging. As if somehow I'm the bar of what is challenging or not. But the bombing run, obviously no challenge here at all. We either do it or we don't and we try again. No problem at all. We did it, of course, because it's ridiculously easy. And that is the end of that section of footage that I recorded. We're just getting up to about 21 minutes, so I will leave it there. Join me next time when I think we may be continuing in 1080p with actual sound. Oh, the luxury. Join me then.